What is up, guys? In this video, we are going to be implementing the GK Game Center View Controller. This is going to allow us to see the leaderboard and compare our score to our friends. So to start, go to the top of the menu scene class and type in import game kit right here. I already have it typed in, but we're going to do import game kit. This is just going to allow us to use the GK Game Center View Controller because this class is contained in the game kit framework. So now that we have that imported, let's go down to our transition to Game Center function. This is where we're going to be implementing. So when we're presenting our game view controller, we have to do something a little different than we did with presenting scenes. We actually have to present it from something called the root view controller because it's of type UI view controller. So we're going to say let VC, and this is us grabbing the root view controller. We're going to say self.view.window.root view controller. So I know that's quite a hierarchy to grab this guy, but basically if we're going to be working outside of scenes and using SKScene classes for presenting, this is what we do. This is what we need to do in the context of a sprite kit game. Then we're going to create the game controller. So I'm going to call this GC, and we can say GK Game Center View Controller. And this guy takes no parameters. It just initializes itself like that. After we do this, we need to set something on the GK Game Center View Controller called the Delegate, the Game Center Delegate. We're going to set this equal to self and implement it within this class. All we really need to do in it is dismiss the view controller. Basically, the function that's called when we implement this delegate is the one that's called when the user hits done. And it allows the programmer to do something when the user is done looking at their high score, but we're not going to be doing anything, so all we need to do is dismiss it. So let's jump up to the top of our class. We're going to have this class implement the GK Game Center View Controller. GK Game Center Controller Delegate. We're going to scroll down and we're going to implement this function right here. So let's mark this off as the GK Game Center Controller Delegate. And we are going to be implementing the Game Center View Controller did finish function. You see it automatically fills it in for you. And all we have to do in here really is we have to grab this Game Center View Controller that it passes us. And we can say dismiss view controller animated true with a completion of nil. And just like that, we're done with the delegates. We can now present that. We can present the Game Center View Controller to our root view controller now. So we can say vc.present view controller GC animated true completion nil. So this animated Boolean right here just means that the view controller is going to slide up and transition for the user, or it's just going to appear on top. Generally, it's always best to do animated true with these view controllers. So now if we run this, let's see what we have. We're just going to test that Game Center button. And we will see, okay, so now we're up and running. Let's tap this Game Center button. Now we did just log in. If the user taps the Game Center button when he or she is not logged in, it's basically just gonna give you a pop-up saying no user is logged in. So we're gonna tap Game Center, awesome. So it gives us this leaderboard section, which is where our iTunes Connect leaderboard is going to go. It gives you these challenges, which we're not gonna worry about. They're kind of like achievements. But we're not going to be doing any achievements in this game, and it allows you to rate the game as well. So awesome, that's going to be it for our game view controller.